Sometimes you need to return back to that dark place in order to fully conduct the right amount of therapy for thyself. Belo Horizonte. What does that ring a bell? That was where Brazil were baptized by Germany. They were baptized by Germany 7-1. Could have been worse. Could have been a recalibration, but they kept it at a baptism. Um, and Brazil still haven't fully recovered from that. And I've always said that the only way they can recover from that is they need to play Germany again, and they need to beat Germany again in a World Cup. That is the only way they can qualify from that. But I think this is still on that path because I think because of the state of this match, and it was in this stadium, this pitch, I believe that it will be scary. It will be frightening, but I think it's the right thing to do, and I think this was the very much the right venue for this game. Now, talking about this game, I'm hearing news that Aguero apparently is going to get dropped, which is great news because Aguero has been great for Man City. He's been a total, complete shambles and a shame and a disgrace for Argentina. I'll say he's been a disgrace, which is why I'll never class him as world class because he's never done it for his country. To be world class, you need to ride for your country. You need to ride for your club. If you don't do that, I don't want to see your face. But Messi's back, and that is very important because Argentina, they need Messi. I don't understand how a team this talented, the most talented Argentina team in history, why they're a one-man team that rely on Lionel Messi. I mean, this team have Eva Banega, they have Di Maria, they've got Dybala. Otamendi, I don't know about him, but they've got amazing players. And to Brazil, it's maybe sort of the same thing, but not so much because what I saw at the Olympics, and I think their coach Tite, what he was doing was that let's take it back, and I feel that they've really rekindled the Brazilian way of playing because that's complete moron, brainless buffoon called Dunga was trying to make Brazil a European team, and I always say that in your country, stick to what works. Stick to what works. Don't complicate things. Brazil, Joga Bonito, attacking team, very dynamic, malleable formation. Argentina all out attack, every man for himself. These are how these countries have played since the beginning of time. Okay, since the beginning of time. Um, I believe Brazil are favorites. Argentina have been struggling in the South American group. They've not been able to find their groove in games. Brazil, whereas are playing well, they're far more together. And what I want guys to see is that because this is going to be a great game. I can't wait for this game. I mean, I'm going to be fully in there. But what I want guys to see is the difference of Neymar for Brazil as opposed to Neymar in Barcelona. Because Neymar in Brazil, this is the guy who is going to be the next superstar. Neymar in Barcelona is just some dude who plays on the wing who occasionally contributes to things. But the Neymar in Brazil, this is the next thing. And that's why it's going to be amazing because it's Neymar against Messi. And then we're going to see who can come up on top. And I mean, if Neymar really outshines Messi, then people will rethink and say, wait a minute, why don't we give this guy the keys to Barcelona? Why don't we give him a greater role for Barcelona? But again, for Messi, you cannot disrespect what the guy does. Yeah, he doesn't really ride for Argentina as he does for for Barcelona, but he's still Lionel Richie. He is still Lionel Richie. So I think for Argentina, with regards to countries and everything like that, clubs, it's a more tactical thing. For countries, you don't change your tactics. You just have to. I mean, you do a little few tweaks here and there. Like obviously, they have to really be wary of Neymar, see what he does. Brazil, same. So, but I think it's the same things about you have to play your game, but make sure you play your game to the best of your abilities. Because what is interesting is if Brazil play their game to the best of their abilities, Argentina play their game to the best of their abilities, we will have a classic. We'll have a classic. So I think for Argentina, it's everybody has to be on point. Everybody knows that we've got to attack. Everybody has to be quality on the ball, and they've got to feed Messi. But as they feed Messi, they've got to make those key runs, and if they make those key runs, they've got to finish. But I think it is good that Aguero isn't starting, and they're bringing in someone a bit different. I think it's Barca that's the coach or something. But for Brazil, again, it's like this is a better looking team. I'm hoping I see Douglas Costa in there, and I'm hoping that I just see a team that is, you know, that plays their full football, but doesn't. Because what I want from both guys is I don't want this is say this. Argentina have always been a country, and I think Sableta said this. They've always been a country where that's one star. Maradona, Riquelme. I think it's a short point. It was Ortega, and now it's Messi. They've always that is how they've always rolled, and that's how they always will be. So they know that yeah, everybody has to contribute, but they know that Messi is the catalyst. He's the focal point. For Brazil, it shouldn't really be Neymar, and I think that's what Tite is bringing back from Brazil. That no, this is a team. Brazil have always been. We've got three or four killers. We've not got this one man relying. We've got three or four cold-blooded homicidal maniacs. Obviously, they don't have the kind of homicidal maniacs they had back in the day, like Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Zico, all that kind of stuff. But Douglas Costa can ride. He can ride. Coutinho can ride. So they've got some players that can ride. So I just think Brazil have a lot more weapons, attacking offensive weapons to really go through. And Luis, man, he's been doing fine in defense. So I think defensively, you can really get some joy because Otamendi, I still don't trust him in defense. Garay is a very good defender, and I'm hoping that he's playing because I think Garay helps Otamendi back in defense. And obviously, I'm hoping that Thiago Silva is in there because again, Thiago Silva he helps David Luiz back in defense. And I said to guys, David Luiz can be a great defensive midfielder. Why nobody has realized this, I do not know. Score for the game. I think Brazil will do this 2-1. 3-2. I think Brazil will do this 2-1. I think this will be a very guys because I think this will be a very exciting game because I'm just because of the venue, the pitch, the emotions that will be around there. Argentina they need to win to really get themselves up in it. It is a derby game essentially. This is the South American rivalry, probably one of the great international rivalries. I think this game is going to pop off. But I'm going to ride with a 2-1 to Brazil in this. But yeah, man, watching my post match analysis straight after the game.